had even been built. Oh, I have blocks on me. Do I? Hello, Minnie. How are you doing? By the way, I just want to say for you, because I know that obviously you normally like to be here for Crusader Kings. I will be doing that for the next Thursday and that kind of stuff. Just a very busy day. I got a haircut a couple days ago. Is it noticeable then? So whilst I was away, Engels managed to blow up a ship behind here. Don't know how. Now I'm just here to pick up the pieces. But yeah, I'll make sure that we get plenty of time to throw down some more Crusader Kings. Oop. Thing is, I just don't have enough time to be able to play everything that I want. Otherwise, you know, I'd happily be doing all of these things at the same time.
Energy low.
So how have you been, Minnie? What have you been up to today? Anything good? Heck, do I not have any steel plates left? How are we doing on here? Some stuff. What these guys destroyed. Not enough shit. Oh, okay. So where'd you go on holiday? Anything anywhere fun? Oh, by the way, thank you for constantly swinging by all the time. I do appreciate it. So the guys did a load of stuff to the base. I say a load of stuff. They did some things to the base. I want to get it all checked out in just a moment. I'm just firstly doing these repairs. Slash getting rid of the rubbish. Think we're good down here now? Nope. More crap here. There we go. don't know how much of this stuff I've managed to pick up. Component. Yeah, I was in need of a haircut before as well. Just it gets a bit long. I don't know. I don't like it because it just makes my head, I feel like, look like a bit like a bowl when there's too much on the sides. Too much to deal with.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm okay, and you?
Yes, I'm good. I've just finished up repairing all of the crap behind your wall of welders.
Okay, but it's weird because we airlifted that ship out of there.
Yeah, but it was, so there was stuff behind it.
No, we removed that. That is the weird part.
Oh, no, but like, it wasn't like a huge amount of stuff. There was just like some debris and other stuff like that.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah, I'm sure you took out 95% of the ship, but yeah, there was still some stuff there. I also, there is actually, so there is various things on here to do with like armored gates. There's a 1x5 and there's an armor strip gate. I don't know what that is. It's modded in, but I did specifically, if you look up hangar.
Oh, we got new mods.
If you put in hangar, the only one I put in is that. But yeah, if you put in hangar, you can see there's S hangar doors. They're only for large blocks, but like one of them, for example, will go 32 blocks along.
Alright.
So you know, you can have a 64 big fucking thingy if you wanted.
That will work.
Yeah.
Do you like what I did so far?
I don't really know what this is. Just yeah. So these are all hydrogen engines, just in case we need hydrogen.
The hydrogen engines from the other side to this side.
Okay. So what's over here then? What's this? Oh, these are batteries. Cool.
Batteries for the base. That is just an area I haven't figured out.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So we got batteries. We got a whole bunch of hydrogen tanks, which is good. What are these round pipes? Round conveyor pipes.
That's one of the just visual looks nicer.
Yeah. I should.
I also I'm making.
Yes, Minnie, you are absolutely correct. Which is part of the reason why I remember I wasn't playing it before.
Just sample it from the base.
Yeah.
And all the below are generators.
Oh, okay, cool. Right, so we got plenty of those on the go. Okay, cool. Looks nice. I thought these shutters were the vertical windows. Okay.
Yeah, that one is precisely big enough for my ship, so I can open the doors and then.
Oh, okay.
Get
And then you can fly on in. Oh, okay, cool. You can also put sensors on these so that they'll automatically open when you walk in front or fly in front and that kind of thing.
I am thinking about doing that, but that was the first design for it.
Yeah. So these zone chips, do we know how to get more? Can we make those, or is that something that you only get from combat?
The combat and in space there are like trading posts.
Okay.
You can trade goods for.
Right, and those are just in the base game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but there's also a way to sell stuff, but I don't know if it works on this server. So I will
Should
just try to do a couple of things.
Okay. So I see we got a lot of batteries, but a bunch of them. It's weird. The battery thing seems to. They all seem to flick between, I don't know, charging and discharging.
The script isn't running, so the script is still menu.
Right.
So,
okay. Yeah, I did start looking at the other one the other day, and I might get it implemented. Yeah, it's just that it was quite a long video to look at too. So I did start to do some of it. I did start to look at some of it. yesterday, but I was also busy at the same time. Okay.
So take your time. I will just.
Yeah. Oh, so you took apart some of the hydrogen engine, not all of them yet.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was moving everything from there to my building ship. But I was when you came back, I was working on it.
Okay, we still got power for 3 days. Oh, I see your script for tracking the ships is off.
Yeah, I removed it because it wasn't really
Working as intended, yeah.
No. And we were not really using it, so
Not
decided
yet.
to.
I feel like that's something that we'd use more in space.
Yeah, we might. I'm still working on the tunnel, and I'm still working on the convent station, and so.
Yeah, that's good, man.
For now, I will remain here in on the base and not go into space. And I found a mistake for my ship, so I need to fix that. But that is all.
Right. For me, I guess the next big thing is working on completing my mothership per se. Right.
I'm going to make a beautiful base out of this.
1,600. Do we have that many? Oh god. Oh, we do have enough. We don't have any art fuel. We've got enough of those. Tick tock, tick tock, tick. What do we need? Got a lot of ice. Do we need more ice?
Yeah, the calculator is telling us we need a lot more ice.
Where's the calculator?
Yeah, over here in the corner.
Oh, give me a sec then.
It
Oh,
tells
this one.
us ice missing.
So we need 15 million ice.
Yes. And if we want to fill every tank.
Okay, that's not hard. I'll go and sort that out now then.
Saying it's not hard.
No.
Already did 2 trips with my small mining ship.
No fuel.
But your mining ship can carry more.
I can't remember if when I mined this last it also collected up a load of stone. So I think I will go more skimming across the top than anything. Gonna do it more of an angle, like that. Bring us down, and then just go to town, I guess. This will probably fill up, like, immediately. I don't even remember. What is this ship? Oh, this ship. Have you not seen this ship? This is my big mining ship. It doesn't look overly pretty or anything, and it's nicknamed the Brick. But yeah, it's just a massive mining ship I've got. It's a whole wall of drills. I'm just going to use to completely eradicate all of this ice. I think my sorters right now are designed for kicking out ice and stone. which isn't ideal. I realistically want to only be gathering up, yeah, just the ice. Now I get the feeling that if I take this, no, I only, I mean, technically, very technically speaking, before you joined up, I technically have done 3. So I had the oh no, 4. I had my very first one, which only had 2 little drills, and that was just used to try and enhance us. That's when we absolutely bugger all. And then I made a bigger. So this is a large ship, as in like the blocks are classified as large blocks, and the other ones are small ships. So I did have a mining ship, which was made with like quite a lot of drills and whatnot. That was like that's been my main miner kind of for yeah, which has been my main miner so far on here. And then I made one that would go into space, and then I eventually constructed this thing. This is the behemoth miner right now in comparison. But once we get into space, I'll be making even bigger ones. Yeah, there's a lot been going on. I'll show you around in a moment, mate, so you can see a little bit of what's been happening. So, you know, originally that over there was the first base, and then we've made this kind of base. I've drilled out a big section beneath it, so I can kind of put this ship away a little bit better, and if anybody else wanted the space, they could get it. Yeah, I've had this ship for at least a week or so. It is a big fat boy. And, I mean, in comparison to small ships, large ships are not very efficient. But they're so much more fucking cool. So yeah, this is the one that I use for gathering mass amounts of everything. Obviously have to be very careful with it though, because I've got so many engines on this, like large engines, just to keep it up in the air. And the thing is, even with this many engines, I'm right on the edge of its capability of lifting. As you can see with that bar just above where like my hotbar is, you see that it's like a cargo. There's like a backpack almost with a red bar beside it. That is the actual cargo space of this ship. If it gets much more full than it is right now, even slightly, the ship won't be able to lift off. And then obviously we have a problem of it could break things and whatnot. Okay, that was already... Right, I've already gathered up 6 million ice.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm purely on an ice run right now. Because what's going to happen, that platform there, I'm actually working on turning that into the basis of a mothership. and it's going to work on hydrogen thrusters to get it into space. So that's why we need to gather up a lot of ice right now. Because if I want to get that platform into space, that's going to cost us a lot of hydrogen. But luckily, getting material, especially something like ice, isn't hard for this ship. I need to check, though. Oh yeah, they will... Unfortunately... Ions... I'm not gonna lie, I don't think your sentence made sense to me. So currently, I'm Mr. TK. I'm currently in atmosphere. What the plan is like I said, that platform there has got a load of refineries and assemblers on it and stuff. I'll show you it in a moment, and that will be the basis of getting the platform into space to turn into a mothership. What we're doing, instead of having to build like a massive ship, like a cargo ship to take things up and down into space all the time, we're going to build this platform, send it up into space, turn it into a space station officially, and then produce everything that we need in space. It'll be a lot easier once we actually transition into space. So yeah, I'll show you in a moment. It's basically, it's got like 15, it will have a lot more once I'm actually done with it, once we're in space. It's got 15 refineries on there, all with yield modules. It's got 10 assemblers. It's going to have an arc reactor on it. Sorry, I'm just concentrating for a second. There we go. Right, once it goes red. Oh, this thing is so heavy. It's making a hell of a weird noise too. The brick. So yeah, I'll go and show you the platform right now. And hello and welcome, by the way. If anyone has any questions, do feel free to ask. Oh, this thing is going up slowly. There we go. Right, let me just go offload this ice and see how much spare uranium we've got. I've got to be careful, I don't want to break this thing. This ship was expensive. Well, I say that. It wasn't actually overly crazy. I probably could build a much bigger monstrosity if I want, but my plan is to really get us into space. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the amount it's carrying is a lot. Which is why I'm not too fussed about putting more on. I know that it can, like, this is the limit it needs to be at right now. Like, you know, I know not to overfill it. With this run, I mean, the ship's already got, what, like 6.5 million in it. And at the moment, what we're gathering, and like when we need to go and gather stuff, if I'm gathering 6.5 million of anything, that's normally pretty good to sort it out. This is maximum up right now. Hang on, let me get connected up. Let me offload the ice and stone. Oh, I've got to remember that. Yeah, we're connected. There we go. Right. Cargo. Oh, it helps if I spell it. Cargo ore. We might need some more cargo ore locations in a second, actually. So I've got no real stone. Go there. I can go there. Let's fill it up. Pam, 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 pam. It rings a bell. It really rings a bell. Right, I'm going to turn this off.
No fuel.
Maybe I am? You have to remind me. So, to give an explanation of who I am and stuff, let me go and get some more hydrogen before I fall and die. In fact, I can actually go this way. I'll pick up some extra hydrogen. And then I'll take you around the base, explain a little bit about me. So firstly, hello and welcome. I'm Webbins, by the way. I normally stream every Monday, Thursday and Saturday at 7:30 UK time. Of which... Mondays is normally hell let loose when I do that. And then Thursday and Saturday is when I do a combination between Space Engineers and Crusader Kings 3. It was a thud. I do stream at other random times as well, but those aren't a fixed times. That's why I don't normally advertise those times. Right, so yeah, I haven't played in about 5 years or so. We just decided to get back into it. Dragon, who's playing on the server, he has been playing for a bunch. I kind of just like landed around here in a pod, and just started making a base. Then the other guys landed as well. Hey man, so the others landed as well, and managed to get here and help me build up. So we made a little bit of a base here, and then I drilled out. I made some like mining ships. This isn't my mining ship. This is one of the other guys who's not actually on. He hasn't played in a couple of days.
Did you know the most popular graphics card used by Steam users is a RTX 4060?
Oh, not surprised, I guess. And then I originally made this little ship.
The most popular operating system is Windows 11.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, I then made this.
And the most popular
and then we drill, and then I eventually made
2.3 to 2.7 gigahertz.
This ship, and then I drilled out all of this.
I found it very interesting.
Literally, this entire base, this hole with this one here, and then I made this for going into space to get uranium and platinum. We made, these are all assemblers over here. These are all refineries. These are some of the cargo spaces.
Steam just did like a hardware survey.
Yeah, they do those periodically. Got
I've never seen one
cryos
before.
before.
It's the first time I've done one.
We do have the Path Auto Miner. I think one of the other guys might use that. I think that's why it sounds familiar. These are like our programmable blocks and stuff that we got going on in here. More stuff to be over here. This is turned off at the moment. Control panel. Kind of see out of the base a little bit. Give me a sec. Yeah, so there's a bunch of scripts that we got running on here. No base defense at the moment, no. So, technically, enemies could rock up and hit the base. We got some hydrogen tanks here, and generators over here, but this is now technically outdated as we did just get a whole new section built over here for these. So these are all generators and new hydrogen tanks and that kind of stuff here. We've got batteries back there. Our main power source is this. It is a arc reactor. It's very efficient, but they are a mega pain in the ass to build. And then we don't have this operational yet. So we've been playing on this server for a couple of weeks. And then yeah, I made that obviously my massive mining ship, which is now under here. And I drilled out in just like 4 runs on here. What the plan is, right? So this is survival, and we have about 20 odd mods on right now. I would have to list them all underneath here at some point. Yeah, tracking. That was actually Engelsman interrupting with the fun facts. Yeah, so, we have got all the other planets, got a load of mods on here. I do want to put more on as well, but seeing as we're all kind of like getting a bit more familiar with this again, and we're kind of building this initial base and turn it into a safe zone, yeah, then what we'll do, and one of the other guys, he's focusing more on combat, Engelsman, the one you heard talking. I'm just explaining a couple things to some new viewers, so bear with me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries.
So yeah, I'm working on building this mothership that can get up into space. Once we're kind of in space and I'm working on the mothership and we turn this into a safe zone, I'm gonna load a bunch more mods on to make it more dangerous. Like there's the MES mod, modular, whatever it's called, modular encounter system. That's it. We'll make it more aggressive. There are like places around here we've already gone and fought, but I do want to make it more of an actual challenge. This is just more of like, because some of the guys are new and I haven't played in ages, we want to get ourselves established a little bit and get all the base kind of building, which, you know, it's all going very nicely. Which is why then I do want to make it into more of a challenge and have things try and kill us more. So yes, things will be changing around. Right now I'm locally hosting this as well, and I have actually today been looking at turning this into a dedicated server. So this is like my building ship over here. One of the guys called John, that's his automated mining stuff, so I think he might be using the PAM script you mentioned. So yeah, this whole platform is going to fly up into space, and then I will once I'm in space, I will then work on building a mothership, a mega mothership. So we'll see how it goes, right? I need to lay down the foundations of a few more things to get this operational. Yeah, list the mods by all means. Do list mods. This is what I'm kind of wanting from people. I want to be able to look at what advice everyone's got and suggestions, because we're at that point where, you know, we don't want to be, you know, it's survival, but I don't want it to act like a creative survival, you know what I mean? I do want there to be a challenge to this. I do want this to be something that becomes something we gotta really work for. And then also, if I were to open this up to the public, I do want to also potentially have like a bit of a weekly contest, and that kind of thing. So yeah, we'll see how things go. There will be bloodshed, yes. Why is this invisible? What? What's happening? That was weird. Right. Just for once we get into space, I'm just going to whack down a couple of thrusters to stop the ship. Which might be a good idea. By the way, this is not going to look pretty. This is purely because once I get it into space, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to stop it and then turn the grid into a space station. Be easier if I do it this way. That'll do. And you know what? Even though I know it won't make a difference in the fucking world, just gonna SE caches the modules. Oh right, okay. For a second, I was just being extra dumb. Okay, so I have thrusters pointing in every direction, so in theory, once we get up into space, it'll stop. And I think the only other thing I need attaching to this is a type of connector. Which shouldn't be too hard. Just gonna... Yeah, I'll write that down. And seeing as I'll be in space, it won't really make a difference if it's just pointing straight up or not. Dragon's pressing around with... Is that working? Off of...
Sorry.
So Mini, this ship... so, firstly, this is my, like, kind of big builder ship I've got just to build all of this. But, Mini, yeah, this will be turned into a... This will be disconnected, and then this will launch into space, turn into a space station, of which then will be worked onto turning into a mothership. And, hello, local... I mean, that is the right of your cat to use you as a bed. Mine do that all the time. I think in theory right now... I think, in theory... The base... This... Base... Don't know what we're going to call this. By the way, local, I was thinking about the name that you gave before being the Crater Maker. I think I might give that to the name of... So once this goes into space, I'll make a new big miner up there, which will be even bigger than the one that's in there currently. I was thinking call that Crater Maker. This itself, which I still think this needs a name. I kind of like, you know, MES, Modular Encounter System. I kind of like that. Maybe like Modular... modular space station, or not that boring, but something like that as well. So just so you know, Mr. TK, all of this will be purely to get it into space and start production. All of this will pretty much get disassembled at some point and rearranged into a format that makes it look nice and everything, like how you said, like making everything integrated so it's all kind of hidden out of the way, blah blah blah, all that stuff. This is purely, I am producing this, send it up, and then we'll start the real work. So I think for now, I'm going to jump into this generator. It does have gyros, it does have gyros. I have made sure. But where did all the ice go? Is it all been turned into stuff now, or?
It should be all going into the... I made a shit ton of oxygen generators.
So it has... Oh, thank you for the follow. I always need to turn this down. Oh yeah, I've got this many gyros here. So hopefully that'll be enough. I mean, the idea with this is purely it's gonna fly. Most people... Oh, just so you know, Mini, most people are viewing on Twitch. So yeah, like I said, in theory, this isn't gonna... In theory, this doesn't need to turn. The gyros shouldn't really need to do much. All I'm doing is I'm just gonna hold down spacebar and this shit's gonna go up. Once it's out of the gravity, turn it into a space station. So hopefully I actually don't really need the gyros. But we'll wait and see.
No fuel.
Shush. You're running 320 mods. Holy fuck. That's a lot. Oh shit, we're almost out of uranium. Uranium... ingot. Oh. We got quite a lot in here. I'm just gonna go ahead and put 2,000 in here. That should be enough. Oh. Now I actually need to put some cargo in this. Right. Start with 10,000 of these. Let's get a couple thousand of these. A few thousand of these. Some interior plates. Some small steel tubes. I guess we'll get some large steel tubes. I'll get a bunch of computers. Actually, I'm really hoping that this won't make my ship too heavy, because I might disconnect it now and it might fall. Ah, no, that's good. Ah, you know what then? Whilst I'm under here, we will work on the thrusters. I know I need to connect up all the thrusters with conveyors. That's what I will do in a moment. I've got to be careful with this thing. This ship is not designed for I do have a very bad habit of I just build a ship for function and I don't think about it too much afterwards. What's this need? Metal grids, large steel tubes. Okay, well, we'll deal with that later. Yeah, I have this habit of making the ships so that they are very functional, but not as well designed as they should be. Like, I don't really put like safety precautions on or stuff like that. I just tend to go, it flies and it can technically do the job. That's good by me.